Imagine a life where each step you take is guided with intention, where every decision is infused with profound purpose, and each breath you draw fills you with peace that surpasses understanding. Picture having a foundation so unshakable that it keeps you grounded even amidst the fiercest storms of life. How empowering would it feel to wake up each morning wrapped in the comforting assurance that whatever chaos might arise, you are protected, shielded, and divinely guided. Today's journey marks the beginning of such a transformation, a journey to embrace the divine presence of God, the ultimate source of peace, power, and purpose. In our world overwhelmed by noise, concerns, and uncertainties, we often overlook a powerful truth. This truth isn't locked in wealth, status, or the temporary security of physical protection. Instead, it lies far deeper, enduring in a place of profound serenity, abiding in the presence of God. But what does it truly mean to abide? It's more than just being present. It's about establishing a continuous, steadfast connection. It's the conscious choice to live under the comforting shadow of the Almighty with unwavering trust in His endless protection, guidance, and provision. Today, we delve into the essence of abiding in God's presence and explore how this transformative connection can transcend your imagination, reshaping your life in extraordinary ways. As we embark on this exploration together, I invite you to pause and reflect. How would your life transform if each day were anchored in divine strength, clarity, and love? Let's uncover the limitless potential within this divine presence and unlock the transformative power that awaits you. Life often resembles a relentless whirlwind, doesn't it? We wake up, and before our eyes fully open, our minds are already cluttered with a flood of tasks, obligations, and worries. But what if there was a different way to start your day? Imagine, instead of rushing headlong into the chaos of our daily rituals, you pause just for a moment to invite God into your day. Think about beginning each morning with a simple yet profound prayer. Lord, I welcome you into this day. Guide my steps. May your will be done. This brief moment of deliberate surrender has the power to dramatically transform your perspective. It's like shedding the burdensome armor of self-reliance and instead adorning the light, empowering mantle of God's grace. Let me share a personal story. A dear friend of mine, Emily, used to feel overwhelmed every morning, like she was stepping onto a treadmill that never stopped. She decided to try something new, dedicating the first 5 minutes of her day to prayer and reflection. This wasn't about how long she prayed, but about finding depth and authenticity in those moments. What she discovered was transformative. Her days, once fraught with stress, began to align in a new rhythm of peace and focus, simply by putting God first each morning. This practice doesn't guarantee a life free of challenges. Instead, it assures you that you are never walking through them alone. It aligns your life with a greater purpose, offering strength beyond measure and reminding you that when God is your guide, everything falls into its rightful place. I recall my friend Lisa, who once faced severe anxiety every morning. She would awaken with an intense dread about the day ahead. In search of relief, Lisa adopted a simple yet profound practice. She dedicated the first 5 minutes of her morning to sincere prayer. It wasn't about the duration, it was about achieving depth and authenticity. By choosing connection over chaos, this small change led to a substantial transformation. Her days, once dominated by anxiety, slowly became anchored in a sense of peace. Putting God first doesn't promise a life without challenges. Rather, it reassures us that we no longer navigate through them alone. It's about aligning our lives with a deeper purpose, tapping into strength beyond our own, and trusting that with God as our guide, everything else will naturally fall into place. Psalm 91 offers us one of the most profound promises. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This secret place speaks to a realm of intimate closeness and unwavering protection. The essence here is that residing in this secret place is a conscious choice, a deliberate act of seeking refuge in God. In our pursuit of security, we often seek shelter in our homes, careers, or relationships. These can provide temporary comfort, but what happens when they falter? When life's pressures cause these fortresses to crumble, we may find ourselves exposed and vulnerable. However, God's secret place is an unbreakable haven. Choosing to abide in him offers us a security that no external force can disrupt. Consider this: the most formidable fortresses in the world can be breached, yet God's protection remains impenetrable. Imagine the profound strength and peace that arise from knowing you are shielded by the Almighty himself. Let me share a story that illustrates this promise. John, a young father, was on the brink of financial ruin during an economic downturn. Overwhelmed with anxiety and uncertainty, he wasn't sure where to turn. In his darkest hour, he remembered the promise of Psalm 91. Committed to seeking solace, John dedicated daily quiet time in his living room to open his Bible and pray. While his external circumstances didn't change immediately, the transformation within his heart was undeniable. The peace he found under God's shadow empowered him to rebuild his life, one step at a time. God's shadow is not merely a metaphor, it's a tangible reality. It remains the safest refuge amidst life's storms, an unwavering anchor providing peace and strength beyond comprehension. Let's take a moment to hit pause and truly reflect. What occupies your mind today? When the noise and busyness of life subside, where do your thoughts naturally drift? Are they wrapped up in what ifs? What if I fail? What if I don't meet expectations? What if everything I've worked for slips away? Or do they dwell on past mistakes, with regret serving as chains that hold you back from moving forward? Here lies a liberating truth. When you choose to dwell in God's presence, these chains begin to break. You are no longer trapped by past failures or anxious thoughts. Here's a practical exercise for these introspective moments. When you find yourself caught in negativity, ask, is this thought drawing me closer to God, or is it pulling me away? If it's the latter, take decisive action to capture the thought and replace it with a promise from God's Word. Consider Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Allow these profound truths to saturate your soul. Commit to dwelling in the assurance that God's peace is far more powerful than any storm you face. Embracing this truth can transform not only your thoughts, but your entire life perspective. Let this be the lens through which you view your world, empowered by divine peace. Prayer transcends being a mere ritual. It serves as a vital lifeline directly connecting you to the heart of God. The beauty of prayer lies in its profound simplicity. There's no need for eloquent words or perfect circumstances. Simply come as you are, imperfect and authentic. Through prayer, you are gently ushered into God's intimate presence. It is within this sacred space that you can lay down every burden, worry, and fear. What you receive in return is immeasurable: profound peace, renewed strength, and divine clarity. Reflecting on my journey, one of the most transformative periods of my life emerged during a season of earnest prayer. I faced a personal crisis that felt insurmountable, like an immovable mountain in my path. Through prayer, something extraordinary happened. While my external circumstances remained unchanged in the immediate sense, my internal perspective shifted dramatically. I realized that I was not battling alone. God was steadfastly by my side. That powerful realization transformed everything. I urge you, as this message encourages, to embrace the practice of abiding in prayer. Whether you dedicate 5 minutes or an hour, carve out time to engage in communion with God. It is in these moments that your soul will find fortitude and your spirit will be revitalized. Let prayer become your daily lifeline to heaven, transforming not only your circumstances, but also your heart and mind, deepening your connection with the divine. Make it a cornerstone of your daily routine and experience how it transforms your life from the inside out. Every one of us faces giants in our lives, whether they be fear, doubt, illness, or financial challenges. Yet here is the empowering truth: God has already granted you victory over them. When you rest in God's presence, you are not fighting your battles for victory, but from victory. Through the sacrifice of Jesus, triumph over every challenge is already secured. Take inspiration from the story of David, a young shepherd boy who faced the formidable Goliath. David's triumph didn't come from physical strength or combat skill. It was his unwavering faith in God that secured his victory. He understood that the battle was the Lord's to win. With this confidence, David did not flee in fear. Instead, he ran boldly toward the giant, assured and equipped by his faith. This same confidence is available to you. By abiding in God's presence, you break free from the shackles of fear. You stand empowered, knowing that no giant is insurmountable when God stands by your side. Embrace this perspective and approach your giants not with trepidation, but with the unwavering belief that you are already equipped for victory. Let this assurance embolden you as you navigate life's challenges, anchored by the divine presence that sustains and empowers you. That confidence is available to you today. By abiding in God's presence, the shackles of fear are broken. You can stand tall, rooted in the assurance that no giant is insurmountable when God stands with you. Let this perspective embolden you. Whatever giants you face, confront them not with trepidation, but with the unwavering belief that you have already been equipped with victory. The battle is already won. Your role is to walk in that truth, empowered by the divine presence sustaining you. Embrace this reality and let it transform the way you approach every challenge, knowing that you are not alone and that victory is yours through faith. As we conclude this transformative journey, I encourage you to go beyond merely visiting God's presence. Make it your permanent dwelling place. Abide in Him daily, allowing Him to become the steadfast anchor of your life, the wellspring of your strength, and the guardian of your soul. In the sanctuary of His presence, you will discover unparalleled peace, inexhaustible power, and profound purpose. As you immerse yourself in these divine gifts, let them overflow into the lives of others. Share this newfound serenity and strength with your friends, family, and even those you meet by chance. We live in a world desperately in need of hope, and you hold the key to that hope. Let us become ambassadors of this transformative message. Together, we can light up the world by offering the assurance and peace that so many are seeking. Make it your mission to spread the joy and resilience found in abiding, inspiring others to embark on their journeys toward divine connection. It is our shared calling to bring light into darkness, turning fleeting moments into a powerful movement of faith and hope.